TransCanada, the company that has been pushing the Keystone XL pipeline on the United States since the last days of the Bush administration, is now saying that the U.S. government owes them $15 billion because they decided to pull the permit for the Keystone XL pipeline. Now, the pipeline had officially been approved by the Trump administration in the early days of the Trump administration. Then, of course, in the very early days of the Biden administration, he said, nope, wait, hold up. We're going to pull the permit for now. It wasn't even a permanent pulling of the permit. And then, of course, a couple weeks ago, TransCanada says, to hell with it. We're nixing the project. The Keystone XL pipeline's not going to happen. That was TransCanada's decision to do that. And now they're saying because we made the decision to not build our pipeline to take Canadian fossil fuels down to the Gulf Coast to ship them out all over the world, you, U.S. State Department, somehow owe us $15 billion. We may have to lay off as many as 1,000 people, the company's saying. And that's sad for those people that may get laid off. But let's be honest. The company knew that these 1,000 people, I guess maybe they had hired to build this pipeline, they knew those weren't permanent jobs anyway. The State Department's own estimates show that the Keystone XL pipeline would have created a little more than, I think, 30 permanent jobs here in the United States. The oil was not going to be used here in the United States. Like I mentioned, it was going to be shipped down to the Gulf Coast via pipeline, where it was going to be loaded up on tankers and sent all over the world. It wasn't going to help energy here in the United States. The United States was not going to actually profit off of this. So how in the heck can TransCanada come forward and be like, you owe us $15 billion? Nope. See, this wasn't a government contract. And that's what TransCanada, that's why they likely have no real legal case against the U.S. government here. Had this been a government contract, had the government approached TransCanada and said, listen, we want you to build a pipeline. We're going to pay you X amount of money to build this thing, and then you get your money once it's built. Oh, no, now we don't need it, so you don't get your money. Sure, they would actually have a legal case there, and they would likely get paid. But that's not what happened here. TransCanada went to the U.S. government seeking permission to build their private oil pipeline here in the United States. The United States did not promise them any sum of money to come and build the pipeline. Certainly not $15 billion. TransCanada is angry. TransCanada got their feelings hurt, right? They've been wanting this pipeline. As I mentioned, this thing went through the Bush administration, the Obama administration, Trump, now finally killed under Biden. This thing has been floating around out there for a long, long time. And now the dreams of it are dead, which is a good thing for the environment here in the United States. But after all this time, after all the money they spent lobbying, they want to get paid back. And since they're not going to get paid back in profits from selling that oil all around the globe, they feel that the U.S. government should foot the bill for all the money they lost trying to buy off our government to build their stupid little pipeline. I hope our government is smart enough to not give them a dime, because this, if they decide to take it to trial, is the kind of case that would be easily winnable for the State Department. If you can't get enough Ring of Fire, we encourage everyone to subscribe to our channel for fresh video content 7 days a week, and for even more from me. You can follow me on all social media outlets, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @FairandBalanced.